The board of debt-ridden telecom player Vodafone Idea is set to meet on the 6th of April to decide on a proposal of issuance of equity shares or convertible securities on a preferential basis. At an extraordinary general meeting or EGM on the 2nd of April, the company received shareholders' approval to raise up to 20,000 crore rupees via issuance of securities. Now, this approval comes at a time when the debt-laden firm is planning to raise 45,000 crore rupees through a mix of equity and debt, with the hopes of matching 5G services offered by rivals Reliance Jio and Bharti Airtel and arresting the painful subscriber exodus from Vodafone Idea. The company is hoping that the fundraise will improve its competitive position against market leader Jio and its close second Bharti Airtel. Remember, the government of India holds over 1/3 stake in Vodafone Idea. The company also has a debt of over 2 lakh crore rupees. It has been reporting quarterly losses in addition to sustained subscriber loss as well. Kartik, the question here is that will all this fundraise, bring back the much needed third player in India's telecom space and, stop the rot from India's telecom space becoming a duopoly?
No easy answer to that, Krishna. And, whether we like it or not, we are pretty close to a duopoly already with Reliance Jio commanding almost 40% of the total market share and Bharti Airtel commanding another 33%. We are already looking at the two dominant players, aggregating to about 74% of market share. Now, officially to be a duopoly, you still need to be 80% split among the top two players. We'll get there very soon, and we'll get there simply because look at the total number of subscribers Jio is adding every month. A fraction of that, so to speak, is being added by Airtel as well. Vodafone, on the other side, continues to lose subscribers. So if you look at TRAI data that came out in the month of Jan, for the month of Jan and for the entire year preceding that, the calendar year, numbers are quite staggering. So Vodafone Idea has lost as many as 15 million odd subscribers.
Right.
Compare that to the number of users added by Jio, and Jio has added about 4.1 million or something,
yeah.
right? So the numbers are really huge. At the same time, Bharti Airtel is also continuing to add, not at the same clip as Jio, but continues to add. In fact, Bharti Airtel added almost, 750,000 odd subscribers in the month of Jan alone. Now, amid all of this, the question is fundraise going to be enough? Because there was a fundraise given by the government of India by way of converting Vodafone's debt of about 35,000 crore rupees to equity by the government of India. And the government of India owns about a third in Vodafone Idea. But even that 35,000 crore rupees of debt waiver, so to speak, did not really help Vodafone build any new infrastructure, deploy any new services to attract customers. And this pretty much mass exodus of customers is not going to change only by way of improved services. I think Vodafone Idea as a brand has lost that trust from the people of India at a time when Jio just continues to add more and more and more every month. So is services going to be enough? Is this 20,000 crore rupees or the total 45,000 crore rupees going to really be enough to buy the trust of Indians? And I think that is what Vodafone Idea needs to answer to itself, to its board, to its shareholders, and to the customers that it is losing, and perhaps to those it is trying to win back.
Right, absolutely. Winning back the trust is the key for a company like Vodafone Idea right now. The question only I'm asking is that we're talking about 20,000 or an overall plan of 45,000 crore rupees. This is not a small amount of money that's being raised. This almost looks like a last-ditch effort by Vodafone Idea to get back in business.
You're right, Krishna. And I think, it will have to, once this 20,000 rupees is raised, it will have to deploy that. It will have to improve its services. It will have to perhaps pump a little bit of money in marketing activities, etc. as well. But, the point is simple. Eventually, this business in the long run is going to boil down to ARPU. Now, with this infusion of up to 45,000 crore rupees eventually, debt and equity, Airtel is struggling right now to take ARPU up from about 200 odd rupee levels to about 300 odd rupee levels. And this is a monthly figure. Airtel is unable to extract even up to 300 rupees average revenue per customer because there is this big deep-pocketed boy in the playing field called Reliance Jio, and Jio continues to subsidize. Jio, by virtue of not just 4G and now even 5G subscribers, is running this large campaign of making India 2G mukt. So it has enough and more in its arsenal to make sure that it keeps adding more and more subscribers every month into its kitty. Whether that means continued losses from Idea or just fresh subscribers coming in, we don't know. But I think 20,000, 45,000, whatever is not going to be enough for Vodafone to want to compete with Jio at this moment.
Right, good point you make that about ARPU, or average revenue per user, or average revenue per customer, Kartik. We all know that eventually that number is only going to go up once consolidation happens in the telecom industry. But for now, it's a free-for-all as far as customers are concerned, and we'll have to wait and watch whether Vodafone Idea can get back all that it's lost.